skill. Skill. Skill.
Skew.
Yes.
I don't know where you're going.
Skill.
Skill.
S-K-I-L-L.
Skill.
Yes.
Okay. Good. That's good. Develop skills.
Don't have skill and
Skills.
don't good.
Develop skills. Good. Okay. So, if success is measured by no worries about anything, who do you think is successful? Can you name somebody that doesn't worry about anything?
ชื่อจิรวรรณไม่ได้แจ็คหมา
I'm gonna have to look him up.
number
That correct? How do I spell it? Is it M-A? It's M-A, right? Jack Ma? Okay. You don't think he worries about anything?
no
He doesn't?
you worry because he become the rich man
Okay, he's rich.
and he's successful because from the bed he is just a teacher
Okay.
and he can create startup and create Alibaba successful to be the number one in the Chinese
Okay. He's got money.
got the money.
He's got power. But do you really think he doesn't worry about keeping it?
Maybe
I don't know.
no.
You don't think he's just so rich that he doesn't have to worry about it?
A lot of worry because he has a lot of projects. Yes, he
So
has a lot of plan to do. The best thing is to be the number one always on time.
I think he'd be worrying all the time.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Very worrying.
I think if you've got too much money and too much power, you're always worried.
Always try to reach the.
Or, yeah, I need to stay on the top.
Yes.
I don't know.
If you reach one step, he wants to the two step, three step, and
Yeah,
higher.
exactly. I think he must worry about stuff.
Everything.
But I think that there might be some people who don't worry about stuff. I think, I might say, the Dalai Lama. He's the Buddha.
The God, not human. Buddha.
Oh, okay.
He said peace.
Everything.
He's come to internal peace.
Yes.
I think that's where, when you get to that point in your life, then you're not worried about things. But I think somebody that's in business is always worried about the guy.
What? Try to find how I reach my goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddha do not empty. No.
Yeah. So what do you all think about that? Who else do you think might not worry about anything? Might not worry. I think it's people who have faith.
Faith.
In others, faith in others, that they believe that they will be taken care of. So I think those are the people that don't worry about anything. It's people that believe in other people, or who believe in God, or believe in whatever. That it's people who believe in the goodness of other people. or the faith in others, or their goodness. Just the fundamental goodness of people. That's what I think. But I'm no expert. Okay. Okay. How should success be measured? By hard work, by studying hard, and by doing your best. Who do you know that always does their best or tries to?
Sometimes, from my opinion, sometimes you work hard and study hard, but the result is not so good.
That's true.
Maybe positive and maybe negative, although you try to work or study hard.
That's true. That's very true. I don't think anybody does that all the time.
No.
Nick?
How about Chinin Jiravan?
So let's talk about the achieve, ACHIEVE. So actually they're kind of the same. Okay. Or reach the goals you've set. Those are all kind of the same thing. You work hard, you study hard, you do your best.
You want to be success.
So who do you think falls in that category? That sets good goals and meets them?
Thailand, from Thailand.
Sure.
Chinin Jiravan.
Can you spell it for me?
DHANIN.
H-A-I-N.
Jiravan.
Spell?
หายไปตัวแล้ว
CHE.
Sorry, teacher. Go work. See you on Monday.
See you Monday.
You
Have a good weekend.
ไม่เข้าเลยนะนี่ผมมาด้วย
CHE.
E?
ARA. CHEAR. Jiravan. AVA.
A.
CP จะรันเชน
Here, come on up and write it. I give up.
missing one N D H
He is
A N
CEO of the CP.
after A you have an N
Chairman and CEO เจริญโภคภัณฑ์
CP.
Oh, it's a really long name.
คือถ้าเอาคนที่อาจารย์รู้จัก
Okay,
เป็นคน
C-H-E-A-N.
คนไทยบอกแล้วคนไทย
ไทย Thailand ความ
A.
Richmond Man
Oh, R-A.
ออกซีทีก็เรื่อง
A-N-T. Wow, what a name.
one N is missing after A you have an N ทานิน not ทาอิน
ผมก็ไม่รู้หรอกที่เป็นซีเรียส
Here, D, what should I do here?
you missing one N
Shannon.
ส่วนทานิน
There. Okay. Okay, so this is somebody that he's a successful businessman in Thailand, richest man in Thailand. So he's got money, he works hard,
very many famous
he's famous,
well known
same thing. You got money,
a lot of companies
he's developed skills,
have a skill.
maybe he has time for his family.
I don't think have happiness.
Okay, so,
Help somebody maybe. Help somebody or some organized.
he helps, does he help people? Is he charitable?
To share.
Charitable,
To charity.
charitable. He gives to charity.
But he business not good for the farmer.
He's not good for the farmers?
operating agriculture
Why not?
It's like the same U.S. I mean the farmer must buy his seed,
Yes?
and that seed is like the GMO control.
Okay, so
It's like the United States.
okay,
tribal.
so he buys from the United States and then sells seeds, or the other way around? And that,
No idea.
try it. Tell me where are you going? He buys seeds or he sells seeds?
Seed farmer will have the agreement with the CP, and that farmer must buy the seed for the CP.
Okay, so he owns the CPE.
Yes.
Okay,
He controls the process.
CPE has seeds. He sells them to the farmers. Is that the only place that farmers can buy seeds in the country?
CP Group CP Group เป็น CP Group
CP Group, okay. Okay. So, he owns this big company. He sells seeds to farmers, and he's the richest man in Thailand.
And he controls the price.
He controls the price. That's pretty nice if he gets away with that. Did he do this all by himself? Was this his own business, or did he get it from family, or how did that work? Do you know? Anybody know? Did he start from nothing?
No, yes.
He did. So he's what we call a self-made man.
Self-made
That's an
man.
idiom.
Self-made.
Self-made man. He started with nothing
Nothing.
and he built the company into what it is today.
From zero. Starting from zero.
Starting from zero, yes. He's a self-made man. He didn't inherit the money like the crown prince. He was born into his success. We call it, he was born with a silver spoon. In his mouth. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. That's another idiom.
Oh.
It's the opposite of a self-made man. They're the opposite of each other. Born with a silver spoon means he was born into money and he didn't have to earn it to have it. Okay.
แปลว่ารวยอ่ะ
เราชอบเงินทองมา
บอนอะไรบอน
Born with a silver spoon.
เหมือนคนไทยเลยนะข้ามเงินข้ามทองมา
I wasn't. I wasn't, no.
ข้ามเงินข้ามทอง
งานต้องจะมาจากศูนย์งานสตาร์ทจากไม่มีอะไร
Okay, so
ทำไม
we know that
อะไรนะ
Danan
บอน
was
วิทซิล
silver spoon. We know that he's worked hard to be successful. We know he has money. And we know that he's got experience and developed skills. It sounds to me like he's also
เขารวยมากเลยคนนี้
He has interpersonal skills.
ผู้ชายที่รวยnumber one ในไทยแลนด์
ฉัน
ไม่
ไม่
ได้
รู้
ไม่ได้ดูสนใจ
น่าจะเป็นเจ้าของธนาคาร
เอ้ยอีกคนที่เป็นผู้ชายชื่ออะไรนะนึกเจ้าเสือไม่ออก
เราเรียนที่
ที่
เป็
เป็น น
ฟาร์มเรียนที่ไหน
He's developed interpersonal skills. Interpersonal.
โอ้
I'm giving you new words. That's what I'm here for.
Inter and intra.
interpersonal
What's the difference between inter and intra?
Inter.
Inter is out, intra is in. He's developed skills.
a lot of skill
No, he's developed skills to deal with
อันนี้เหนื่อยได้ดีแรงเรียน
other people. He knows how to deal with other people.
And sometimes he shares his experiences
Yes,
for another.
yes. Well, but the reason I say he's developed interpersonal skills, this is a guy who controls the price. Is he lucky
Lucky.
that somehow he's managed to get it so that what we say is if somebody controls the market or controls the price, he's got a monopoly. Monopoly means he's the only one that can do it.
Mono.
The only one, mono,
Mono.
the only one. And that's a really nice place to be if you're in business. If you're the only one that can sell something, it's a good place to be because everybody's got to buy from you.
Don't share the market.
Yeah, if you can get away with it. In my country, that if you've got a good idea, chances are somebody else is gonna try to get into that market as well. So we don't have many monopolies at all.
And try to extend his business
Yeah.
everywhere in the world. And
Mhm.
try to buy, take over sometimes.
Yeah. The problem is, in some places he'll be able to do that, in other places he won't.
Uh-huh.
So, it's interesting. Okay, so we kind of be.
Teacher, how to call the person who like the
A person like-
specific.
A person like him, I would think, I'm gonna get rid of this, because we've already talked about it. And we talked about that one. We talked about that one. He is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur.
And entrepreneur.
I think I spelled it right, I may not have. Entrepreneur, which means he's a businessman who takes chances.
Entrepreneur.
NUR แปลว่าอะไรคะ
ผู้ประกอบการผู้ประกอบการเซมมิเดียแมนที่ชื่ออะไรเนี่ย
interpersonal
Entrepreneur.
มิเดียแมน
on
มิเดียแมน
A middleman?
เซมมิเดียแมน
personal เอ้ย
take a chance
entrepreneur
is the middleman
no
Million.
No, he's usually the starter, he's not a middleman.
personal
No.
พ่อค้าคนกลาง
Entrepreneur
no
is,
no
Middle.
middleman
No.
no, usually not. He's usually the start, he's usually not the middle.
Uh-huh.
He's usually the guy that starts something, that starts a new business. And I have a feeling from what you told me about him, that's what he is.
Start.
He started it, he's an entrepreneur. And successful entrepreneurs can make lots of money if they got a good idea.
Entrepreneurs means if you have one company and you try to buy product to set the one product to extend the buy product.
An entrepreneur is really somebody who takes chances and invests.
อ๋อผู้ประกอบการ is investor investor.
in
One tambol, one product.
businesses, different businesses usually.
Some old
They usually invest in multiple
Tambol
businesses.
standard.
They're just good business people and they're willing to take risk.
He have a lot of money and invest that money to the startup company.
Yep, exactly. He gives it to a new startup and makes more
He
money.
have a big money.
He makes money over money over money over money. That's what an
He not
entrepreneur.
not create a business, but he just invest money to that company.
Yep, yep,
นั่นแหละ
exactly.
Teacher, in Thailand, one district, one product in Thailand.
He only has one product here, this guy?
No.
He's got multiple products.
In Thailand, one district, one product.
She talk about OTOP.
No คนละเรื่องสุด
I don't understand.
เขาพูดแต่ถูกแต่คนละเรื่องกันนี่
รู้
One,
แล้วคนละเรื่อง
คนละเรื่องไม่ใช่
One-
invest in business teacher how to call the person who have a lot of money and invest use money in the new business
in a new business, it's an entrepreneur. That is an entrepreneur. They use money in, or could be. Okay. An entrepreneur is a businessman, an investor. Oh,
no invest
an investor, a banker. Could be any one of those things.
investment
Okay.
Investor.
Okay. So now we've talked about success in business. Okay. Have the freedom to make choices is a sign of success. What allows you to make choices in your life?
have freedom to make choice
How do you get the freedom to make choices?
no problem in your money.
Money. Have money.
Have the money. Have
How else do you get to make choices in your life?
no
You're all here.
education.
You have an education. That's key to having the freedom to make your own choices.
Single.
Let's say marital status.
Married.
Means if you marry well, you might be able to make choices. If you don't marry, you may be able to make choices because you don't have to ask anybody to do something.
to have an advisor
Okay, an advisor. The word we often use is mentor. A mentor. Somebody who is looking out for you and teaching you how things work.
try to find the best way for you to
Yes.
succeed.
Correct. An advisor, a mentor.
I think it is very important to have an advisor.
I think having an advisor is important, and I think the other thing that you need to do is, it goes back to, we didn't talk about this, they talked about in the fall. Two phrases. Pay it back and pay it forward.
จ่ายก่อน paying forward
I want you to pay it, here, take that. I want you to pay it back.
pay it back
and paying forward
ไม่ต้องคืน
and
I want you to pay it forward.
ไม่ต้องคืน keep in your pocket
no I paying back
No, I want you to pay it forward.
I want to
ให้
pay
มาต่อให้ต่อ
I give
You pay it forward, you give it to somebody else. Now you're paying it forward, you're paying it back. So pay it forward and pay it back. The reason I say that is when you have an advisor or a mentor, I think you have an obligation to pay it forward. If somebody helps you, you need to help somebody else. You have to pay it forward. The goodness of somebody who's helped you, you need to pay it to the next guy. So you pay it forward.
It is important for the business. If you don't pay it forward, maybe your business is not easy to success. You have to frame, you have the new good relationship for the other business.
Yes, exactly. That you want to, you always want to give back. When you take something, it's always good to give back. Not necessarily because I give it to you, that you give it back to me. You give it to somebody else because you know the benefit of somebody helping you. So that, I think it's an important thing. Okay. So what other things give you the freedom to make choices? Okay, have money. I'm going to add to that. No debt.
No debt.
No debt.
No debt.
That's pronounced. Debt could be used silent. No debt. Because that's another thing that I don't know if it happens in this country. I think my impression is that you deal a lot more in cash than we do. We deal in a lot of credit cards, and that gets people in trouble, that they don't pay off their credit cards. So if it's one thing to have money, it's another thing to accumulate debt that you can't pay off.
When you start your business, when you start your
Yes.
business, you have to be debt before.
Yes.
After that, your business is success, you know.
Once
debt.
you're a success, exactly. Chances are you're gonna go into debt initially, and then what you have to have, in order to have the freedom to make choices, you have to have a good work ethic. That means you have to be willing to work hard. That gives you the freedom to make choices. You have to be willing to work hard. Another thing that I would say, one of the things that probably gives you freedom to make choices, here you're all doing it, and it's becoming bilingual. Being able to speak multiple languages. I think it's important in this day and age. You also need to be any other ideas? What do you need
I
to have the
think, sincere and honesty,
sincerity?
and honesty.
The other thing you really need You need a good government. If your government is corrupt, you won't have the freedom to make the choices for yourself. So you need to have a good government.